Good morning, Adam Olson here. Just wanting to do a quick update on the most recent community dialogue that we had. Just ended in our constituency office. This time we were talking about agriculture, and it's very, very clear that agriculture plays a big role in Saanich North and the islands, the Southern Gulf Islands, as well as the Saanich Peninsula have a ton of agricultural land, and people are concerned about all different aspects of agriculture, right from what are we eating, to what we're not eating, to what's being produced, to what's not being produced, to how it's being produced, to where it's being produced, to where you can get access to it, to whether you can get access to it all year round, to whether or not what is happening should be happening. Sounds vague, doesn't it? But what it is it's a very complex conversation. And it's one that we need to have, and we need to continue to have and unpack over in healthy, safe places. And today, we had, about 30 people? Do we have 30 people here today? Something like that, 30 or 35 people. In fact, I think it was the busiest of the community dialogue sessions that we've had so far. I'll be doing more on this. I'll be having more conversations on this, on agriculture. And I'll be doing a much better job of providing a deeper update on what the conversation entailed. But I think it's safe to say that we covered a lot of ground today in the 90 minutes that we had. We had a very committed group of constituents, not only from my riding, actually, from neighboring ridings as well, who expressed a clear desire to ensure that we have food security. And as it was pointed out by Dan Jason from Salt Spring Island, who showed up, and I'm very glad to see Dan here today, that we should be talking more about food sovereignty than food security, because what we're talking about is the ability for us to produce food for ourselves, for us to eat on a year-round basis, which is going to include more production, more intensive production. It's going to include more processing, local processing, and it's going to include local food markets, the grocery stores that you shop at, being committed to providing local space for local food. It's complex. We live in a rural-urban environment. The conflicting interests of those communities are pretty clear. They've been clear to me right since I was on Central Saanich Council and we were first introduced to them. I guess if there's one takeaway in this wrap-up video, coming away from the conversation, is that we need to continue to have conversations and we need to continue to create safe places so that people can put their interests and put their concerns out on the table, so that then they can be done in a discussion, had in a conversation, rather than in a conflictual space that politics usually creates as a space of conflict, and that's not one that we like to reproduce here in our community dialogues. What we had today was a free-flowing conversation about agriculture, a free-flowing conversation about all the various aspects of it. I'm so glad that the community continues to show up for our community dialogue sessions. This is an incredibly important part of the work that we do in our public outreach, public engagement arm, the public circle, and so I'm going to leave it at that for now, because I have to go to Silas, who some of you may have met yesterday in our video, little video that we did in the morning. It's his first baseball game today, and I'm going to go and hang out at the ballpark, maybe even have a hot dog, and then once that's done, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs is on, and I'm going to take part in that. I get a chance to be at my second time the Vaisakhi celebration. Will be much more professional looking next time around. can email us at adam.olson.mla@ledge.bc.ca, and you can call our office at 250-655-5600. So I'm about to sign off. Thank you very much for jumping on with us today. Hi to Harvey Underwood. That's Chief Harvey Underwood from Sayout, by the way. Thank you for joining me this morning, Harvey, and I look forward to connecting with you all again very shortly. So until then, Aiekwa. There we go. Nope.